That went well. That went well. Bloody hell. And I haven't done that went well. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh God. Greetings, honourable community. Hello, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Tuesday Night Live. Isn't it? Wasn't it? Haven't you? Won't we? Oh, yes. And you can expect much more of that sort of fun and excitement as I desperately try to stay awake until midnight. And there's absolutely no guarantee of that. So if I fall asleep midstream, I can only apologize to you, darlings. So I'd better start saying hello to some people straight away before I fall asleep. And no doubt telling you how my day was. And of course, it goes without saying, my little tubs of salted popcorn. I would love to know how your day has been. I'd love to know what you've been eating. I'd love to know what you've been thinking about. I'd like to know what was the highlight of your day. And yeah, anything else you want to tell me? I am all ears, darlings. I'm all ears. I am agog. That's what I am. I'm agog. And Britain needs gogs, quite frankly. And the other thing that Britain needs is alerts. So be alert. Now then. First cab off the rank tonight is, it's not Jimmy Quinn. Jimmy Quinn was second, saying good evening, Boaty and Emma. First cab off the rank was Justin George, who says, hello, chaps, and a jolly big hello to you. Darlings, do you mind if I just have a good old slurp of wine? I'll tell you for why. I need it to give me second wind and a bit of energy, because quite apart from what happened during the day today, what a night at work. What a night at work. When I needed it least, we've had a mad one. Well, a bit of a mad one anyway. Short-staffed tonight. Well, shorter staffed. Samrat has taken to having Tuesday off as well as Monday, because he's taken on an extra job in the mornings now, like 6 till 2, something like that. So the poor sod is permanently knackered. So yeah, it's been a busy one tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna have a glug of wine. I'm sure you'll forgive me. Join me. Raise a beverage of your choice, and the toast is to the community. Cheers all, your very good health. Bottoms up. Oh, that's better. I'm not going to make. Oh God, yes, it is happening. I'm not going to concentrate on it. I'm going to work through my winegasm because I don't. I don't want any of your pretzels being compromised, darlings. Where did I get to? Well, we've said hello to Justin and Jimmy, haven't we? And now we are going to say hello to the fantastically wonderful Peter P, who says or said, good evening, Boaty, in Emma's bathroom at the moment. Well, you're a brave man, Peter P. You're a brave man. I'll tell you one thing for sure. No, I can't say that. Did you give it 5 minutes, Peter P? Oh dear, sorry. Lord Stiff Upper Lip is here and says hello there. Stratospherian is here. Good evening to all of you. Jimmy F500 says, that was a bit of a squeeze, but I squashed into the bathroom where the discombobulated car girl was. Well, yeah, you've been spoilt today, haven't you, darlings? You've had a lovely live stream from Paul. Well, I imagine it was lovely. I didn't watch it. A lovely live stream from Mustard this afternoon. You've had what was, I'm sure, a lovely live stream. I didn't watch it, from Emma this evening. And now you're stuck with me to ruin the end of your night. Ah, what a large slice of community joy. You poor sods. What have you done to deserve this? God almighty. I mean, you work hard, you've got full, interesting personal lives, and you have to dedicate hours of your day to watching a succession of gormless idiots sitting staring at you out of your portable electric device. And you have to, it's like having children, isn't it? And going to their sports day or watching their school play. That's what we are. We we are like kids doing a school play, and you're like the parents. You have to go along and try not to fall asleep and pretend that it's actually worth watching. Yes, you're doing very well. It was marvelous. Oh, you poor buggers. Hope you've got a glass of something very alcoholic to make it more bearable. Good evening, all, says, well, I don't know, is it Casbar? Is it, oh God, here we go. Here we go. I've barely got into my stride and the phone's going. Let's have a look. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
It's Mr. Parry. What a great surprise. How are you, my dear chap?
Not too bad. What time did you leave this morning, sir?
What time did I leave this morning? Just before 10.
That's not too bad.
No.
I believe Emma had a nice time with the little man with you.
Yeah, we had a great day.
Is school calling you bumhole?
Bunghole.
Bumhole, yeah.
Yeah, the word bunghole did escape his lips during the course of the day. Yeah, it can't be denied. But hey, you bond wherever you can bond. And
might as well. And you do it, little ones, don't you?
Yeah, and if you bond over a bunghole, then so be it. Bunghole.
Did you manage to have a breakfast or anything before you left this morning?
I tried, but not really.
Did you have any food when you were there?
I tried, but not really. I had what was going to be a really nice lunch. My dream came true, and we went back to the Happy Haddock. Now, I never thought that I'd go to the Happy Haddock again, one of the happiest of my happy places. I never thought that I would ever go back to the Happy Haddock, but today it happened. I went back. I went. Sorry, I'm being pinged and it's putting me off. Yeah, so we went back to the Happy Haddock, and it's improved since I was last there, and the food was actually quite nice. And so I ordered my lunch, and Emma ordered a bit of something for her, but Little Lemon wasn't hungry, didn't want any food. So he didn't get any. He just had a bit of Emma's to share. And then as soon
that's the best way though for kids. Sometimes you know the food for the kids and you don't eat it.
And then as soon as
one nugget or something.
As soon as we sat down and I started to tuck into mine and really enjoy it, Little Lemon started crying his eyes out, saying he was hungry and say he wanted mine. So I had to give him my lunch and I went without.
That's what you need. That's what you do though, so he'll be your best mate.
Oh, I know. Just means I've been bloody starving all day.
It always till children know it. Everybody else has always looked better than their own anyway.
Oh yeah, and to be fair, it was really nice. But
that's what you want, isn't it?
Well, it's what I wanted. He did let me have the gravy.
That was very kind of him.
He had the sausage and chips, and I had the gravy. So
did you get your kids' portion again? Did you?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it was exactly the same as at the Great Orme. It was £9.95 for a sausage meal. So that's 2 sausages, chips, and a side, you know. And I thought, well, I'm not paying 10 bleeding quid. And if it's anything like at the top of the Great Orme, it would have been a bit too much for me anyway. I didn't want a massive, great stomach full of food when we were still going on rides. So I thought, well, I'll have the kids' portion. And it would have been absolutely perfect.
Be honest, I do that sometimes with Mouse, especially at dinner time. I'll get a kid's portion because I don't eat much at dinner time.
Yeah, well, next bloody
and
time.
Plus, it works out cheaper.
I'm learning about bugger being cheaper. Next time I'm ordering 2 just in case he tries to pull the same trick again.
He'll be doing the same tomorrow to you.
He bloody won't. No.
As he leaves, he'll give you a thumbs up because he knows he's got you wrapped around his little finger.
No, bugger that. I shall outsmart the little swine. We're going to a nice place tomorrow, and I've got my heart set on my burger at the Heights of Abraham on the restaurant hanging over the cliff. If he thinks he's getting my burger, he's got another bloody thing coming.
How long do you hope you'll be able to see Emma again after when she goes home this time?
Oh, God knows. No idea.
Because you've done well coming down, hasn't she? And
you're
going downstairs.
Oh, bless her. Yeah, she's not shy of making the effort.
She's getting very professional as well, because I didn't watch her full live stream, but I watched about half an hour, 40 minutes of it.
Well, that's more than anybody could be expected to do, really. And I certainly don't blame you for not watching all of it.
Yeah, she's getting very good now, though.
She is. She was pretty good to start with, to be fair.
She always was.
Exactly. And if she can find a little niche and she's got time to do it, I think she could do very well on YouTube.
It works out well for her. I'm not being nasty with having a little one.
Certainly a lot better than me. She's got a lot more potential than I have. But then I think people just feel sorry for me. Oh, the poor old sod. We'll watch his crap.
You have got your father to a habit with the tea now anyway.
The what, sorry?
Blaming the poor fridge.
Oh, it is the fridge. Nothing to do with me. But it's been a fun day.
I bet you're knackered though, aren't you?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe. I was hoping that I'd wake up with a second wind this morning like I did last week. I bloody didn't. I woke up and I felt like I was trying to recover from an autopsy. And so then a full-on day. And it's been a really physical day because Gulliver's everything is a 1 in 4 slope. So there's lots of, and when it's that steep, it's kind of as hard walking downhill as it is walking uphill.
What car did you go in?
Boo. Went in Boo.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah. And it'll
sometimes when you've got a few vehicles, you need to keep the batteries and everything, test running and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So I tried to keep their wheels turned over.
I used to do that when I used to have 2 cars. I used to try and alternate days if possible.
I just thought that Boo would be the best for the young master. Because I thought he won't feel claustrophobic. It's light and airy. He's got space. He's not going to feel... Because I remember having to travel in the back of cars. And it was pretty horrible when you're a kid being stuck in the back. So I thought at least in the Land Rover, he's got space. It's bright. It's airy.
And plus, it's a bit more climb, a bit higher.
Yeah, all of that. So yeah, we took the Land Rover, and I think it was the right choice.
Did you put his music on?
No, I didn't. But he had an electric window, and that was more than enough to keep him occupied.
Oh, that's funny. That's all you want to do, up and down the window.
Oh, it was up and down more times than a horse draws.
Yeah.
Oh, and Emma broke hers.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, well, there you are. That's what being disinterested in cars does for you. You break electric windows.
So he done that so he can come down again?
Hey?
So he broke the window so he can pop down again and see if you fixed it?
It's just, it's a bit temperamental in terms of going up. Might be a dodgy content or something a bit
If
sticky.
you put a bit of, if it's a bit slow going up, try a candle.
Yeah, oh, well, I'm going to...
that's the old saying used to say.
Yeah, I'm going to put some ceramic on it. I think the window's got a bit of crap on it, so I'll give it a ceramic coat, and that should hopefully sort it out.
That's good. I did fine with one of my cars though, because I never drove it. The passenger window went funny. Don't ask me why. And it was near enough a new car at the time.
Okay.
And my old car at the time, I used to have a big, massive 4x4. That was perfect.
Out of the way, isn't it?
Yep.
Out of the way.
Anyway, have a good evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
You are a wanker, and Emma's little one managed to get to sleep.
Bugger him.
It was about 9:30. She was about 20 to 10. She was going off, hoping he was going to go to sleep.
I hope I go to bloody sleep. He'll be fine. He's young.
Okie dokie. Have a fun day tomorrow, sir.
Thank you. We will certainly try, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night, sir.
Take care, mate. Bye-bye. It is Barry that is with us, and Barry is on his own. Karen has gone out with her friend. I need a top-up of wine now and a small puff, if you'll forgive me. Always a pleasure to hear from Mr. Parry. And he's very good at asking questions that mean that I tell you about the day. So that's nice. He's like a professional prompter. He makes sure I put the information out there that I should. And I'll probably forget to put it out there otherwise because I'm old and knackered and useless. Right. So, I mean, to carry on the food story, I've been bloody hungry all day. But I had quite early on in service, a takeaway customer ordered Momo. So I slipped some extra Momo into the steamer for me. And that sorted me out. That'll keep me going until after the live stream, when it'll be the usual, darlings. It'll be staff curry with steamed white rice and roti. And my God, I'm going to enjoy it tonight. Just please, God, let me stay awake for it. Please don't let me fall asleep in my curry. So on that subject, darlings, it's going to be a midnight finish. As soon as we get past midnight, that's it. Finished. I'm off. I'm going to eat. I'm going to get my head down because, as you know, we've got another day of it tomorrow, and it's going to be a long day for all of us tomorrow. We're doing the Heights of Abraham tomorrow. Google it if you're not familiar with it. But then, obviously, I've got work afterwards, and the M11 and Little Lemon have got a journey right back to Norfolk. But it won't be too bad for them because at least it's a direct train, so they can just chill out. Well, they're not going to chill out on the train. Little Lemon's going to be probably manic again. We'll have to try not to fill him with sugar, and if we can knacker him out, maybe we'll make him walk up the mountain underneath the cable car. And if we can knacker him out, maybe he'll sleep on the train, and Emma can get a bit of peace. So. Yeah, there we are. Now then, what's happening now? Oh, we've said hello to Barry, haven't we? Andrew Buttygig is here. Ivor Spotty Butty says a very good evening to everybody. Alan Simpson is here. Oh, dear. And Barry says, this is a British democracy, Bernard. And I'm not sure what that's in reply to. No, not a clue. Oh, sorry. Right. That must be a yes minister. That must be a yes minister quote, mustn't it? Sorry, I'm a bit slow tonight. Alan Simpson says they call him Boaty, faster than lightning. His farts are quite frightening. They are actually. I let loose a horrific one today. I genuinely... I came up with a word, darlings. I came up with a word. And this is what happened to me today. My word is fartled. Fartled. And it's when you're taken by surprise by one of your own farts. And that's what happened to me today. I was at Gulliver's. The M11 and Little Lemon weren't around. And I felt a tiny one, a little tiny one. So I just shifted position just to let this little tiny one out. And it turned out to be an absolute thunderclapping sonar blaster of a thing that everybody within 100 yards heard. Everybody turned around and looked at me. I had to try and brazen it out. But I was genuinely startled. I was absolutely taken aback by the ferocity, the unexpected ferocity of my own fart. What a thing to happen. Several small children immediately burst into tears. I was quite tempted to myself. Right, where are we? Oh, Tracy P is here. Good evening, all. Don't forget to hit the like, she says. Trisha's here, says good evening. Hello, Trisha. Spartan is here. Good evening, my good man. I hope this message finds you well. Another quick update about my current situation. After being invited into my wife's sister's house for some dinner, right, and he will carry on with that in due course, no doubt. Oh, it's definitely yes, Minister. I know where we're at now. Will I end up as a model vacuum too? Oh, I hope so, Bernard. If you work hard enough is the bit you missed. That was the line that came after. If you work hard enough. That, of course, is Humphrey talking to Bernard. If you don't know what Yes Minister or Yes Prime Minister is, then A, you won't have a clue what Barry and I are talking about, and B, you've missed one of the best things that has ever been written and has ever been acted. Every character was perfectly written and perfectly played by the actors. Paul Eddington was perfect. Nigel Hawthorne was perfect. Derek Folds was perfect. John Sargent was amazing. John Sargent? Not John Sargent. John Savidant. That's who I mean. Oh, says Peter P. Boaty isn't doing his live from the bathroom. No, that's just... And then somebody saying hello to Matron, and I haven't seen Matron comment. And I am on all messages. Oh, is it all going weird tonight? Sophie is here. Hello, Sophie. Andrew missed Emma's live. Well, don't worry, she had more than enough people watching that. Great numbers. Congratulations to her. Mark Prasad is with us. Good evening, Boaty, and good evening, chat. Here's Matron saying Boaty can't function tonight. I can't. Butterfingers, says Jimmy at 500. Oh, Spartan is carrying on. I was pleased to see she had prepared her famous toad in the hole. This is the wife's sister. I, of course, provided the spotted dick for dessert. One thing led to another. Oh, dear. He's shagged out, says Barry. Drunk again, says Andrew. Yeah, I'm shagged out. I'm not drunk yet. I will be. Emma says, good evening, all. I'm still in my bathroom. And good evening to my favourite ride buddy, Boaty. And a jolly good evening to you. And I hope it's been a good one. I hope Little Lemon hasn't been too bored. Oh, excuse me. And I hope you've both had a very pleasant evening. Well, I was bloody working my fingers to the bone. Everything was going by in a blur because, I really wasn't prepared for that tonight. I was looking forward to a very, very easy night, and I didn't get it. It was like that last time that you were in the restaurant, Emma. It was like that, except the deliveries were busy as well. So, oh my God, it didn't last for too long. By 9 o'clock, it was all finished. So the last hour was fine, but before that, when I really wasn't up for it, I was knackered and hungry and hangry, but there you go. Probably better, actually, because time kind of flew by rather than it dragging. Oh, and Spartan continues. And to cut a long story very short, the rash on the old plunger is back again. Yeah. On a more positive note, he continues, my wife has agreed to let me move back home as long as I agree to stop dipping my todger in her creme fraiche. Many kind regards, David Esquire. Well, well, that's a happy ending, isn't it, David? In more ways than one. Oh, the seats have been fitted in the 45. Well done, Soph, and well done, Neil. Oh, Simone is with us. Hello, Scroty and all in chat. Hello, Simone. Oh, we've got food news. I've been looking forward to this. Peter P had meatballs in gravy with mash and lingonberry jam. Emma is actually in the bath, probably quite literally. And if you were doing a live stream now, Emma, you would be getting even more views. Oh, Sherry is here. Got to be me. Hello, all. Live from the hotel bathroom today, just a few hours ago. Watch it if you can. It was so much fun. However, she made it private as soon as it was over. So I don't know how to overcome that. Right, not a clue about that, Sherry, I'm afraid. Matron is on her phone tonight, so she can't say hi individually, but she is horizontal. The M11 is not horizontal. Well, presumably you're semi-horizontal in the bath. Presumably your upper half is vertical and your lower half is horizontal. This is the highlight of my day so far, says Sherry, plus Emma's live stream. That's very kind of you. Mark's highlight of the day was getting his eldest daughter's gear and furniture into storage. Got his house back. Oh, I know that feeling so well. It's when they come back. I can't remember the story with yours. Did she come back after going? We had that. We had that twice. Firstborn moved out. Well, got married, moved out. It didn't go entirely well, moved back. So that was a load of stuff back in the house. And then lastborn did it as well. Lastborn moved out with a boy, bought a house, all of that sort of thing. That didn't end up very well. Moved back, loads more stuff in the house. The middle two, the tall one and the young master, they did it properly. They stayed put, and then when they buggered off, they stayed bugger off. But the other two, the two outside ones, firstborn and lastborn, they did that. Oh God, it's almost heartbreaking, you know. You've got all that. You've suddenly got an extra room and space and whatnot, and then suddenly they're back and there's grit. Oh God Almighty! I mean, you know, obviously you love them, you do it, but then the relief when they actually bugger off again and take their shit with them, that's palpable. Although, Mark, does your daughter pull this trick? Ours did. So they've got all this stuff that they don't want in their house. No, I can't take this. I can't take this. Haven't got room for this. Don't want that. Fine, no problem. Just put it into two piles. I'll take one pile to the charity shop and the other pile can go to the tip. Oh, no. It can't go. No, it's too precious. It's memories or it's this. I just don't want it in my house. You've got to keep it in yours. No, bugger off. If you want to keep this old tat, keep it in your own bloody place. Don't try and palm it off on me. Oh, the joys of parenting, eh? Pardon me, darlings, I'm having to multitask. I also need to start preparing my supper quite soon. Because I really daren't be late tonight. I'm looking forward to tomorrow as much as I look forward to yesterday and today. And I'm determined to make a reasonably early start. Well, I say reasonably early. I mean, I think that if I can pick them up from the hotel at 10:30, then I think that would be perfectly reasonable. And I'm not going to ask about trying to make breakfast tomorrow. I'll just have 2 coffees, glass of juice, and 1 slice of lavishly buttered toast, because it's the last day of our little adventure and probably our last day of the summer holidays. So we thought that we'd treat ourselves and have a nice look. Google it, darlings, Google it. Google the Heights of Abraham and then have a look at the restaurant. There's 2 eating places up there. There's the cafe and the restaurant. Have a look at the restaurant and just have a look at the views. It's the restaurant's a little more expensive than the cafe. It's not stupid. A main course is like 11, 12, 13 quid, something like that. Whereas in the cafe, you could eat for like 5, 6, 7 quid. So, for people on a bit poor and on a low income like myself and the M11, then you have to think about these things. I know a lot of you wouldn't think, Jimmy, I'm looking at you. I know you'd think 13 quid, cheap as chips. Why are you worrying about it? But we decided, have a look, Google it, have a look at the views from the restaurant. And we thought, sod it. We'll push the boat out. We'll live on beans on toast for the rest of the summer. And we'll eat at the restaurant for lunch tomorrow just to get those views. I can't wait. And I already know what I'm going to have. I'm going to have the burger. I'm going to have a big, fat burger. That's what I'm going to have. I like to choose in advance. And then after tomorrow, when I've waved them off on the train and headed off to work, that's it. That's the fun over for a little bit, and it's back to the old grindstone. But we are both determined, both individually and collectively, to keep the momentum going and somehow over autumn and winter, keep some things happening. As I said, we've got some ideas which, you may learn about in due course. And we've got ideas again, individually and collectively. Oh, and 1 week today, darlings, it's the 20th of August. And you know what I can do on the 27th. 7 days. Although, with my luck, it won't happen, and I'll be bloody turned down on for some reason that I haven't got a clue about at the moment. But fingers crossed, touch wood, 7 days today I can apply. There we are. Oh, hello, Neil is with us as well. Diddly-doo. Oh, Emma's live stream is public, just to be clear. It is public now. I'm glad you asked about my day, Boaty, says Jimmy F500. It started off well, rushing about town, but now the car has become incontinent and leaving me stranded at home. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about your car, Jimmy F, but at least you're at home. That's better than being stranded on the side of the road somewhere, isn't it? Mr. Stephen Paddy is asking how I am and did I enjoy the theme park. I had the best day. Darlings. And, now then. Of course, you won't see the video for a few days, and I've got no idea how the edit is going to go. But, right, I'll tell you about today. If you'll indulge me just for a moment. How are we doing for time? We're okay for time. I'll just tell you a little quick personal bit. I like to share stuff with you. Right, some of you know that Gulliver's is a really happy memory place for me, but it's not really a long-term thing. I'd never been to Gulliver's until I met Boo and Little Miss. And I think I told you a few nights ago, whenever it was, that the first time I went, when I was looking for things to do around here that would interest Little Miss, when Boo and Little Miss were visiting here. And that was when we discovered Gullies, and we all just fell in love with it. And that's one of the reasons why we wanted to start a new life in Matlock, Bath. Um, and yeah, we just fell in love with Gullies, and part of the love affair was that Boo, well, we kind of both wanted to work there, but we couldn't both work there because obviously, childcare was the thing. So we figured out that Boo could work at Gullies and I'd take care of Little Miss. And then I would work in the restaurant in the evenings when Boo would take care of Little Miss. And so that worked out fine. And obviously Boo did very well there, got promoted very quickly, multiple promotions. And we just loved the place. Me and Little Miss would go most weeks when they were open, Sunday fun days, as we used to call it. So, but because it was one of those memory things, now obviously I've not been to Gullies since Boo and I split up. So I didn't know how I was going to react to it, whether it was going to be like a sad memory and I felt that I shouldn't be there, or whether it would still be like a happy place, despite it being things having moved on and, not being in the memory place anymore. Do you know what I mean? You never know how you're going to react, do you, when you visit somewhere that meant a lot to you, but your life is different than what it was then, or, parts of what made it special are no longer there. But I have to say that it was still absolutely a happy place for me. I loved it. Now, go on to TripAdvisor, look at the reviews. Gulliver's Kingdom in Matlock, Bath is a shithole, but it's a wonderful, delightful shithole. And I get that. Not everybody does. Some people just think, well, this is an inconvenient shithole. It's out of date. It's tired. It's this. It's that. This is too expensive. That's too expensive. It's too hilly. It's not safe. Blah blah blah. Right? I just love it. It's like stepping back in time a little bit. Yeah, parts of it are quite frankly unsafe. I mean, the chairlift. The really, look on TripAdvisor, people talking about the chairlift. You're not seat belted in or anything like that. It's proper old school before the nanny state stepped in, And I just love the place. It's got an old world charm, and the staff on the whole are absolutely lovely. They work there because they get it. They make the best of it. They try and make the best of it for you. Blah blah blah. So that was a real joy for me. The fact that it was still a super happy place for me, and that's me being a bit selfish. Of course, I wanted it to be a nice day for the M11 and for Little Lemon, but it was a joy that it was still a happy place for me. And then after I'd lost my lunch to Little Lemon, I went outside for a cigarette while they polished their food off, and I just had a little contemplative time, and I just thought how happy I was to be there. And then it suddenly struck me, I should work there. Like I said to you the other night, Gullivers have a policy of employing old retired people or students. Because of the nature of the employment, because it's seasonal, they find that works best in terms of staff retention and whatnot. And when we were first mooted starting our new life in Matlock, Bath, we both applied to Gullies and we were both accepted, but we couldn't both do it. So Boo did it, I didn't. And it suddenly occurred to me, I could do that now. just because, well, I mean, there's always the, the work earning money thing, but just because it would make me incredibly happy. I love being there and I would love to work there. So that's something I'm going to look at doing next year, darlings. Before the season starts, when they start recruiting, I'm going to look at working there. Whatever my situation is, whether the Airbnb is taken off, whether my YouTube career is storming, I'm going to look at doing that if I possibly can. Purely just for sheer bloody happiness. I can easily imagine me spending the rest of my working days when they're open, just hanging out at gullies and helping to hopefully make people's day a little bit better and put a smile on their face and take the mind off the fact that everything's on a 1 in 4 slope and needs repainting, and the chairlift will almost certainly kill a certain percentage of their children. And that was a lovely thought. That was a lovely thought. Now, you never know what's going to happen between this year and next year, do you? And, I say that whatever happens, but I mean, in all honesty, if the Airbnb was doing amazingly, or if the YouTube channel was doing amazingly, or both were doing amazingly, and I had money and I didn't actually need to work, and I wanted time to do YouTube stuff or Airbnb stuff or whatever, then I probably wouldn't do it. But it's lovely to think that I could. That if things were as they are now, then that is what I will do next year. And I would genuinely love it. It would be like living the dream. Every day when I was living with Boo and Little Miss, we did everything as a trio. There was we were never excluded. It was always the three of us. So Little Miss and I would take Boo to work in the morning, and we would pick her up in the afternoon. And I was always jealous, and I always wished it had been me that had been spending the day there. And the benefit is, you wouldn't have to get fit, darlings, because everything's on that 1 in 4 slope. And especially if you smoke, as Boo did, so you have to canter up a 1 in 3, 1 in 4 hill in order to have time to have a fag on your coffee break or whatever, to get up to the staff area. Well, Boo was delighted. Within a couple of months of working there, she said that she had the best thigh gap and the firmest, most pert buttocks that she'd ever had in her life. So, imagine me, darlings, with a really good thigh gap, whatever that is, and incredibly pert buttocks. It would just be a win-win-win, wouldn't it? So there you are. That's my little personal bit from today. Peter P said, have you checked your TP status, Boaty? Emma was parading her latest trophy. It's not my bloody TP. On this visit, Emma has not been within the confines of Windy Bottom, so she has not had an opportunity to purloin my TP for her bunghole. My TP is intact. I know what my exact status is after, so I laid in plenty for Emma's last visit. And although some of it got stolen and taken to the yard and bloody well left there, the expensive quilted stuff too, mark you, I know exactly what I've got. So, and it's been safe. So my TP status is I've got a full pack of 4 and a full unopened pack of 4. And I've got about 3/4 on the dispenser of doom, which for me on my own will last for about, I don't know, 9 or 10 months. Or if there was a child or an M11 here, would last about, I don't know, 9 or 10 minutes. So there we are. What is it about kids having to use a complete toilet roll for every poo? That's an unexpected cost of having children, isn't it, that you don't factor in? And you can't tell them that it's possible to do what needs to be done with a modicum of 3 or 4 squares. No, they insist on using at least 111 million on each. Anyway, that's another subject. What time is it? I need to keep an eye on the time, darlings. We've got 13 minutes left. So I better rattle through some comments, hadn't I? Dave Hedgehog is here and says, you have a ghost by the looks of it. Items of clothing flying around and glasses getting knocked over. Yeah, well, I mean, that was me, not ghosts, but this place is full of ghosts, as most of you know. TV for my bunghole. Yes, Mustard's missing what's it called, power pack thing that he's been searching for months has turned up. It was in the Rover 45, and it was in the Rover 45 when I bought it off Mustard, and it was still in the Rover 45 when I sold it back to Mustard, and it was still in the Rover 45 when Neil bought it off Mustard. So there you go. There you go. It has been found. Boaty, at least to let you drink the gravy, says Emma. Yeah, and I was very grateful for it as well. Very decent of a little lemon, says Peter P. Uncle Bunghole is hungry, says Andrew. Oh, bloody was. Oh, dear. Oh, oh, Neil video called Mustard and told him he'd found it. Oh, dear. Oh, Holly is here. Hello, Boaty, and sorry I'm late. It's just a pleasure to have you here, Holly. It's just a pleasure to have you here. I think it was already broken, says Emma, presume referring to the window. No. Oh, dear. I'll grease up the doings. I'm sure it'll be fine. Holly's saying hello to everybody. Top Scrandingo, that Momo, says Peter P. Oh, God, yeah. I was very grateful. I inhaled my Momo tonight. Only had a couple. Oh, Mr. Stephen Parry's dinner was new potatoes, sausage, beans. Oh, right. Lunch was new potatoes, sausage, and beans. Oh, no, sorry. Dinner was new potatoes, sausages, and beans. And it was fish, chips, peas for lunch. And he thanks Emma for her live stream, which is very kind. Maybe we should rename him Mr. Stephen Parkey on account of his fine interviewing skills. I approve of that. Tricky chaps farts, says Peter B. They certainly can be. Holly put a frozen pizza in the oven for a late lunch. A Doughboys prosciutto, ham and mushroom one. Jimmy says, Boaty, are you going down the mines on top of the Heights of Abraham? No idea what we're going to do up there, Jimmy. Haven't planned anything. We'll just, I mean, as long as I get lunch, I don't care. To be honest, actually, what I'd like to do tomorrow is just get some footage in the cable car on the way up there. Sit down at the top with a coffee and just put my feet up and look at the view for a few hours and have a lunch. And I would be very happy with just doing that. But obviously, Little Lemon will need entertaining, of course. But honestly, if it's like I think it's going to be up there, then it's the sort of place where I would be happy just to go up and just sit down with a cup of coffee or two, or take a picnic or whatever, and just sit, chill, let the day go by, and just spend 3 or 4 hours up high, getting a sense of perspective, putting your mind at peace, and enjoying a fabulous view. Peachy says, Boaty, you said you were going at midnight last night, but stayed over. Well, I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not doing it tonight. Mr. Parry's day has been lovely, and he hopes everyone's had a nice day as well. Oh, and he's polished his car. Good man. Little Lemon is fast asleep, so hey, Emma. We went to look at the wonky church this evening. Sorry. And Emma is still in the bath, by the way. Did Boaty receive any early wake-up calls? Well, if I did, I didn't hear them. I left the phones downstairs. Very good at live streams, you are, Emma. Say skick. Most of us appreciate being here, say Stratospherian very kindly. And remember to hit the thumbs up if you are one of them. Oh, that would be... Actually, yeah, the old likes are a bit low. 31 people watching and only 12 tickles of the like button. So I would just like to apologise to the 19 of you who think this is so bad that it's not worth hitting the like button. Very sorry, I'm tired. I'll try and do a better one tomorrow. But I probably won't, so I'll be even more tired tomorrow. I'll do a better one on Thursday. Oh, Emma will be with me on Thursday. You'll all like that. She's better than I am at this sort of thing. £4.25 for a frozen pizza. Blimey. Blimey. It's not peaceful in this bath with Boaty whittering on, complains Emma. Oh, well, that's very kind. Thank you, my lovely. Diddly-dee. Oh, God, Emma says, yeah, you order a burger tomorrow, Boaty. Little Lemon loves burgers. Right, we need to come up with some kind of cunning bloody plan to make sure that I get my lunch tomorrow and it doesn't get snaffled by Little Lemon Jr., the international lunch thief. Maybe I'll just eat at a different table. Oh dear. I mean, I suppose the obvious way round it, although it would be a bit of an expensive way of doing it, would be to order him exactly the same as I had. And that way, if he said, I want what you've got, then just go, yep, fine, no problem. Bosh, swap them round. And then Tricia says the Heights of Abraham restaurant is lovely and the views are stunning. And I had the garden burger. Oh, well, that's going to be a community snap tomorrow, Tricia, because that's what I'm going to have. Uncle B likes to share, says Peter Pear. He bloody doesn't. But he had no choice. Oh, bless him. Oh, dear. Oh, that's very kind of you, Mr. Parry. Nice to see Emma and the little man having a nice time away. Boaty's World Travelogue, says Andrew. Come to England. It's a shithole. Skick says Blackpool is as rough as goodness knows what, especially at night. I agree. Blackpool is awful, but it has really good roller coasters. Other than that, Blackpool is even more of Satan's armpit than Skegness. Yeah, Blackpool is worse than Skegness, except that it's got the pleasure beach. Simone says, Boaty, have you seen the love that Fred the Shed is getting? Simone, I haven't, my lovely. I haven't. I've not had a chance to watch hardly any YouTube stuff lately. I haven't even watched Blot. The only thing I've been watching is my absolute YouTube love, Harry's Garage. I can watch his videos over and over and over. So when it's late at night and I need something to just have on in the background or eat to or fall asleep to, I put Harry's Garage on. Preferably one that I've seen before, because then I know I'll enjoy it. I don't like watching new things. I'm always worried that I won't enjoy them. But I will catch up with Fred the Shed. Boaty, 3 or 4 squares of toilet paper. That's not enough to wipe yourself properly. Don't be stingy with the toilet paper. 3 or 4 is plenty. Absolute plenty. Tight, Uncle Bunghole, says Andrew. And Holly goes on. 3 or 4 pieces of toilet paper only would mean getting soggy or dirty fingers. Not if you use the good stuff. Only if you use the cheap crap, and I don't. I use the triple ply good stuff. Don't forget to like now, says Jimmy, and that has moved up to 16. God. Dear me. Peter P says, if you spread your cheeks, no TP required. A top tip from an elderly relative who sailed around Cape Horn in his youth. And Andrew says that doesn't always work. Little Lemon outsmarting Boaty, says Jimmy F500. Right, that is it. I've worked through the comments, darlings. I've been a good boy. I've been a professional live stream host-ish. And you've got 3 minutes left, because as soon as that hits midnight, I'm off. I'm getting my staff curry. I'm going to... Right, so, yeah, tomorrow. Plans for tomorrow, if I haven't made it clear. Get up. No breakfast, really, just the normal breakfast. Coffee, juice, toast. Pick them up from the hotel. Heights of Abraham. Cable cars up to the heights. Lunch, whatever we do up there. Cable cars down. Back here to Windy Bum. Emma can steal some toilet paper. I'll get changed, ready for work. Take them to the railway station. I'll go straight to work from the railway station. It's going to be another mad day tomorrow, but then we've got time to recover after it. Obviously, I'll be back with you tomorrow night, Wednesday Night Live, 11 o'clock, same time, same place, and I'll let you know how the day went. And it's a really fun week. I love that it's mad. I love that it's knackered, because, you know, this is what I haven't been doing the last few years on my own. And that's the great thing about doing this stuff with Emma. Rather than the summer just slipping away and nothing happening, we're doing stuff. And I love that. And I love the fact that I'm knackered and spending money that I haven't really got. I've used a lot of diesel. I had to fill up JJ with diesel tonight. I used pretty much a full tank of diesel on whatever day it was, yesterday, Monday. But it's brilliant. It's brilliant because, you know, the summer is not going to last forever, and you haven't got the same opportunities in autumn or winter. But again, I'm going to keep the momentum going. Somehow, I'm going to find things to do during autumn, winter as well. And Emma feels exactly the same way. We're on a bit of a high from doing stuff. And yeah, we're going to find ways to keep it going. Holly insists that quilted toilet paper doesn't bend well to wipe and doesn't flush well. Well, we'll have this debate, Holly. We'll have the great toilet roll debate on another night. And we will remind me, Holly, you can be toilet roll monitor. Remind me, and one night, not tonight, because it is now time to go, midnight, but one night we will have, and I'll title the live stream that, the Great Toilet Roll Debate. And as a community, we will debate and discuss what makes the best toilet roll in terms of efficacy, pleasure, value for money. That'll be a really good thing to do, actually. Holly, you're in charge of this. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. I do not use single ply, Neil. Neil, you've been here. You've stayed here on many occasions. You know what toilet roll I use. And you know it's not single ply, you dreadful man. Everybody's saying good night now. Lovely. Yeah. So, sorry, darlings. I really am going to cut this a bit shorter than normal. And I really am going to bugger off and be sensible. I need to thank you massively from the heart of my bottom for putting up with me and us this week. it's added so much more to it, the fact that you guys are all part of it. And a lot of you who've been with me quite long term now, you know that what I'm saying is true. You know that that last year, many of you were with me last year, and none of this kind of thing was happening. The summer was just wasted. It was just slipping away. And look at the difference between that year and this year. Look at this week, Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach. Wherever we were, Gulliver's Kingdom today, Heights of Abraham tomorrow. What a difference. What a difference a year makes. No, not a video comparison between different bug rolls. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and Emma definitely needs to be around for the great toilet roll debate. She's a bit of an expert. Well, I tell you what, Emma, that will be our subject for our joint live on Thursday. There you go. You heard it here first, folks. On Thursday, Emma and I will co-host the great toilet roll debate, and we'll give it lots of advance publicity. So there you go. That'll be good fun, actually. That will be good fun. Right. Okay, darlings. Thank you so much. Really, thank you so much. The fact that you're all here, putting up with it, sharing it with me and with Emma, and taking an interest, it just makes it so much nicer and lovelier, and it means the world. Oh, Trisha, a special thank you to Trisha and Peter P, who paid for our lunch and treat today. So thank you very much indeed. We did we did raise our little glass of Pepsi Max to you, and little lemon. I was a bit concerned that it was with Trisha. It was particularly a little PayPal bung to treat little lemon, and then he didn't want any lunch, and I felt bad about that. And I thought, well, never mind. I'll get him an ice cream or something later. He's bound to want one. But then, of course, he did have his treat. He had my bleeding lunch, didn't he? So thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed for that. Okay. I'm going to go. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on talking all night, aren't I? So looking forward to tomorrow. Please join me tomorrow, Wednesday Night Live, 11 o'clock. And I can't wait to catch you up with what happens tomorrow, if I manage to stay awake for it. Okay. I wish you all a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day that you possibly can ahead. Take joy wherever you can find it. God knows I'm going to be taking a lot of joy from tomorrow. And take care of yourselves and anybody who you love or who loves you. And can't wait to see you tomorrow night. So there you go. Much, much love from me. And on that note, pachoo, and indeed, bosh.